How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Sinbad from the room 2022-2021. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the teams you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins, so Sinbad's going to lead off with Maggie, the Magician, Mismagius, whatever you call it, as I led off with Boomstick. And the reason I led off with Boomstick is just because it matches up pretty well against their entire team, bar the Moltres and the Swampert. And, you know, it's just a good one to lead with. So I'm going to go straight for a Fire Blast, get some damage off early. Anything that comes in is not going to appreciate a Choice Specs Fire Blast. They are going to stay in. They're going to go for a nasty plot, which is interesting. So they're trying to set up to sweep already. Well, that's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. It's not going to happen. It's way too early for that. So we go for a Fire Blast, Choice Specs boosted, taking it right down to its Sash, which is just fantastic for us. Can we get the burn? No burn. No burn. Now I'm thinking about what to do now. I've got Absol in mind. I'm really certain they're going to go for a Shadow Ball. Nasty plot boosted Shadow Ball is going to hurt everything on my team, really. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Absol. I think Absol's the best thing to do here. So we'll get Boomstick out of there. We're going to our Disaster. If you're wondering why I call it Disaster, it's because Absol supposedly can sense incoming natural disaster, which is pretty cool. So they go for a Shadow Ball. We should be able to take that. Barely. Absolutely barely. As they do get the special defense drop as well, which is absolutely fine. We don't really worry about that because we're already nearly dead. Absol, once again, is not going to do much other than taking out this Mismagius with Sucker Punch, hopefully. So they are going to withdraw their Mismagius, and they're going to go into something else that can handle this bear, which is going to be the Hitmontop. So Hitmontop is absolutely fine. Are we going to see Intimidate? We do see Intimidate. So no Technician boosted Mach Punch are going to be coming our way, which is always nice. And it's been a while since I've actually faced a Hitmontop myself. I've used it quite a few times, but it's been a while since I've actually had to face one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Xatu. Xatu matches up really well here, because they're likely going to go for a Fake Out, Mach Punch, something like that. Although I'm tempted to, well, I have a reason to believe they don't have Mach Punch, but they go for a Bullet Punch, which is interesting. So Bullet Punch is good. That does a lot more damage to my Xatu than a Mach Punch would have, because obviously Mach Punch would be 4 times resisted due to my Flying Psychic typing, so that's absolutely fine. This turn he's probably going to be scared out. He's going to be scared of a nice and powerful Psychic, and he's more than likely going to go into, say, the Cacturn or the Magnezone. I'm going to go for a U-turn here. I think that's probably the best thing to do. They are going to withdraw the Hitmontop. They don't want to get smacked in the face with a Psychic, even though I don't have it. But they're going to go into Yap'em Zap'em, the Magnezone, which is a brilliant nickname. I like that. That's cool. We're going to break potential Sturdy, which obviously Magnezone never runs Sturdy. Shout out if you do use Sturdy on Magnezone, but I've never personally seen it myself. Now we get a free switch into something else, which is just great. So I'm thinking we go into Magmortar again, get off a nice and powerful Fire Blast, or we can go straight into Swampert and just, you know, Earthquake something. I'm just thinking what the best thing to do here is. I'm going to go into my Swampert because it gives me a free opportunity to get Stealth Rocks up, which is going to force the Hitmontop in to get a Rapid Spin off, which will give us a free switch into something else. So that's absolutely fine. So we'll go into Swampert real quick. They're going to be scared out from the Earthquake. Probably going to go into Cacturn, I would say. So I could go for an Ice Beam expecting that, but I'm going to go ahead and get the Stealth Rocks up. It's nice and free Stealth Rocks help, so why not? They are going to withdraw the Magnezone, as you'd expect. And they're going to go into what? Hitmontop? Hot Tamales. That's the Moltres. Okay, so Moltres is coming in. And there's only one reason you would bring a Moltres in on a Swampert. And that's so you could fire off a nice and powerful Choice, Power Herb Solar Beam, which I'm going to fully anticipate right now. And I'm thinking of sacking off Absol, but I feel like Boomstick's probably a better play. So I'm going to go into my Magmortar real quick. There we go. Going to get Swampert out of there. We are not falling for that. There's no way I'm falling for a Power Herb Solar Beam from this thing, as Magmortar should be able to take it nicely. They go for a U-turn though, which is fair enough, which is of course going to do minimal damage to us, but it's more switches, which means more Stealth Rock damage, which is what we need really. We're going to go into the Hitmontop. So Hitmontop's obviously coming in so they can try and get a Rapid Spin off, which is absolutely fine. I should outspeed here and should be able to just go straight for a Choice Specs Fire Blast. So I really feel like this is a misplay on my opponent's half. Like they're leftovers as well, so we're not going to see a Choice Scarf shenanigans or anything like that. So I'm going to go straight for a Fire Blast right now, and it should take it out. There we go. Fire Blast comes through. Is it going to one-shot? It doesn't quite get the one-shot, as they're able to go for a Rapid Spin, and that's going to do a lot of damage to us because it was a crit. Great. Going to boost their speed as well, which is really a shame, and the Point Stones are going to disappear from their team. So with that in mind, are they going to switch out to Swampert or the Moltres now? We could go for a Thunderbolt to take them out, like as far as they know. Obviously, we can't because we're choice specs, but they don't know that necessarily. I'm thinking we just fire off a straight up Fire Blast again. Why not? There we go. We do miss the Fire Blast, unfortunately, as they're able to go for a close combat, which is, of course, going to take Magmortar out. So that's a real shame that we missed the Fire Blast right there. Pretty cool how we still outsped, though. Pretty cool how we still outsped. I had a feeling we would because I have, based on the Fire Blast damage, it's clearly a specially defensive Hitmontop. So it hasn't got the highest speed in the world anyway, and it's clearly not invested. So I figured we'd probably outspeed it still. But hey-ho, it's not how it worked out for us, I'm afraid. So, with that in mind, we could go into Absol Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch should take it out from here. We could go into Xatu and scare it again. We've got Bullet Punch, Close Combat, Rapid Spin. Do we expect Stone Edge on there? Maybe. We could potentially expect it on there, but I'm going to go ahead and go into my Swampert real quick. This is a good one because we're going to obviously scare out this Hitmontop a bit. It can't really do anything to my Swampert. Swampert's fairly defensive. We're definitely able to take a hit, so we'll go for a Stealth Rock real quick and get them rocks back on the field. They are going to withdraw the Hitmontop. What are they going to go into, though? Cacturn, am I going to see? Palmon, that's the Cacturn, definitely. Definitely the Cacturn. So, Stealth Rocks are going to go up, and hopefully they're going to stay up this time, because that's going to be annoying if not. What we can do now is we can just switch out again. They're probably going to go for a Seed Bomb. I'm pretty sure they'll go for a Giga Drain or a Seed Bomb. I'm just thinking what Pokemon should I bring in, really? I don't really have a lot of options. I'm going to go into Xatu. Xatu is a good one. There we go. Going to withdraw and go into Xatu. Again, I don't think they'll go for a Dark-type move anticipating this. I think they'll just go straight for the safe Seed Bomb or Giga Drain. As they go for the Seed Bomb, so they're a physical one, which is cool. That does a lot of damage, though, still, which is really wow, it's a Life Orb variant. That explains that, then. So, with that in mind, we can probably expect them to go for a Sucker Punch now. So what I'm thinking of doing is just going for a Roost. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Roost and get our health back up, to be honest with you. They go for the Sucker Punch, it's obviously going to fail. We're going to go for the Roost real quick. There we go. Get some health back. Now we should be able to take a Sucker Punch, but I still don't want to take a Sucker Punch. So I'm thinking we just go for a Thunder Wave here. Because they're definitely going to go for a Sucker Punch again this time. And then the third time they don't. Or they switch out, either way. So now they're going to switch out. They're going to go into Yap and Zap and the Magnezone. As we're able to go for a Thunder Wave, which won't work because it's an electric type. So that's a shame. They probably realize by now that we don't have Psychic as well, which means it's going to be a tough one. I'm thinking we go straight into Swampert, though. They might anticipate this and go for a Tri-Attack, but if they do, that's a well played on their behalf. But I'm pretty sure we're safe. So we'll just go into Swampert real quick. There we go. Nice and powerful. Nice and powerful as they go for a Tri-Attack anticipating that. So that's a shame. Not going to do much damage to us, though. And that's clearly telling me they're not choice specs, which is nice. Choice specs would have obviously done a lot more damage. They're not Life Orb either. So, with that in mind, I'm thinking they're going to switch out now. And what are they going to go into? That's the real question. I'm thinking I'll go for an Ice Beam, expecting the Cacturn, personally. I think we expect the Cacturn to come in. So they're going to withdraw, of course. What are they going to go into, though? Swampert. Interesting. So Swampert is fair enough by me. Going to get some nice and powerful Stealth Rocks digging in for him. As we're going to go for an Ice Beam now, and that's going to do a minimal amount of damage to them. Hopefully we get the Freeze. That would be nice. No Freeze. That's a shame. What can you do, though? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my Xatu because I'm fully expecting them to go for the Stealth Rocks of their own. And obviously Magic Bounce is a thing, and it could definitely set this thing up for, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. So Stealth Rocks are obviously going to fail because we've already got Stealth Rocks up on their side of the field, which is great. And Xatu just completely came in and just put a block on that. Like, really. We're going to go for a U-turn now and get out of here, though. As they do stay in, which is interesting. So I'm probably going to see an Avalanche coming through right now. Avalanche is fair enough. That's a fair enough play right there. As we can go into wherever we want, really. I'm thinking we're going to go into our Tangrowth, though. Tangrowth should be able to wall this thing. I know my Swampert has Ice Beam, but that's just me being weird. So they go for a Scald. That's going to do a lot of damage to us. Not really. No burn? No burn. Cool. No burn. We like no burns. That's what we like. No burns, please. No blurns, please. No blurns, please? No blurns, please. Right now, I'm just going to go straight for a Giga Drain. I think that's probably the best thing to do because they're probably going to go into Cacturn or something else. They're going into Maggie, which is, of course, the Mismagius, and they're just going to sack it off to a Giga Drain. Or not even that. They're going to sack it off to the Stealth Rocks even. So that's fine. We got a KO at least. Mismagius goes down, which is a great big threat out of the way because Mismagius, once it sets up, it's a really threatening mon, to be honest with you. So I'm glad we got that out of the way nice and early. In comes the Hitmontop. So Hitmontop comes in. Now, we still have a nice and powerful Swampert in the back. So they're probably going to go for the Rapid Spin now, try and get the, Rapid Spin KO and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for a Giga Drain, and Giga Drain should be able to finish off Hitmontop from here. So they go for the Rapid Spin. That's going to do minimal damage to us, of course. Tangrowth is a very fat Pokemon, as we're able to go for a Giga Drain now, and hopefully we can get the KO here. That'd be nice. Yep, we do get the KO. So Hitmontop goes down, which is absolutely fine. Now is a prime opportunity for them to go for the Moltres switch. So Moltres is definitely coming in right now. There is no way whatsoever that Moltres does not come in right now. In comes Hot Tamales, which is, of course, the Moltres. So Moltres comes in. We've got a few options. We can go Swampert. We can go ahead and sack off our Absol if we really want to. Although Absol will be pretty useful later on down the line, potentially. So I'm wondering what to do here. I'm thinking Swampert. But I don't know what item they've got. And they're probably going to go for a U-turn anyway. So it might be worth sacking off Absol. I don't think Absol's going to be too useful for us. I'm going to sack off Absol. That's what I'm going to do. All we need to do is get this Moltres out of here and get the Stealth Rocks back up, and we should be golden. So we'll go into Absol real quick. Absol's obviously going to take this Flamethrower to the face like a champ, which is going to hurt a lot. But what can you do? Down goes the Absol. Down goes the Absol. So, do I go Swampert? Yes, I go Swampert. Swampert seems like the best play here. They've got U-turn, they've got Flamethrower, they've got Air Slash or Hurricane, one of the two. And last move could be anything. Roost, maybe. I'm really hoping it's not Power Herb Moltres. Please don't be Power Herb Moltres. Let me get these Stealth Rocks up. Come on, let's go. They are Power Herb Solar Beam. I freaking knew it. I should have scouted and gone into my Xatu. No, my poor Swampert. No, we're going to take it. No, we're not. I knew it as well. I should have scouted with the Xatu. That is such a pain in the bum. Right. How do we win this now? We go into Xatu. That's going to give us a free switch out. We go for a U-turn, expecting them to switch out. They go for the U-turn, of course. That's going to do a decent chunk of damage. I should have scouted. I should have gone into the Xatu, scouting the Solar Beam. But I really thought that... I'm so upset. So in comes the Magnezone. We went for the U-turn, obviously, so we're going to get on out of there against the Magnezone. And now we've got to kind of play our cards right. So I really don't know what to do here, to be honest with you. Really don't know what to do here. I'm thinking we go Tangrowth here and go for the Earthquake. I think that's probably the best option for us. But they're probably going to Volt Switch on us anyway. Right, we're going to go into Tangrowth and we're going to go for the Earthquake. Nice and powerful Earthquake. So realistically, actually, I should go for the Sleep Powder first, and that would probably work out a bit better for us. As they do go for the Volt Switch, hopefully we can get the Sleep Powder off on the Moltres. That'd be amazing if we could do that. That'd get one massive threat out of the way. One step at a time. I don't know how we're going to get past this Moltres, though. In comes Palmon. So Palmon is obviously immune to Sleep Powder, which is a good play on my opponent's part. But what is this thing going to do to us? That's the real question. So, with that in mind, let's go straight into Venomoth, and we'll try some shenanigans right now. So we're going to Mothra real quick. There we go, the Moth's in. They go for a Dark Pulse. That would have definitely hurt my Tangrowth quite a lot. And that's going to hurt them a lot as well. So, do we go for a Quiver Dance, expecting them to go for a Sucker Punch? I think we do. They either switch out or they go Sucker Punch. They go Sucker Punch this turn. We're going to go for a Quiver Dance, nice and powerful. There we go. There we go. Nice and powerful Quiver Dance. So, do we go for another Quiver Dance? I think we do, don't we? Yeah, we go for another Quiver Dance anyway. They go for a Sucker Punch again. That's absolutely fine. We're going to go for another Quiver Dance. If we can get up to +6, that'd be amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's all I really need. If I can get Venomoth to come back here, that'd be fantastic. All I need it to do is punch some holes. I just need to punch some holes. Now it's a matter of whether we go for Bug Buzz or whether we think they're going to go for another Sucker Punch. Well, we can take a Dark Pulse. Let's go for another Quiver Dance. Screw it. They go for another Sucker Punch. Okay, cool. We're going to keep going for a Quiver Dance. And hopefully now... Oh, it's such a gamble. This is the only way we're going to win this. Is if we can get them to not go for Sucker Punch. How many times have they used Sucker Punch so far? Let's go for another Quiver Dance. We'll see what they're going to do. See what they're going to do. They go for another Sucker Punch. Okay, cool. We're going to go for another Quiver Dance. If we can get up to +6, we might actually win this. It might even be possible to win this. Because we have Tinted Lens, which is going to boost our power. It makes moves neutral, basically. So I'm going to go for another Quiver Dance. They're going to go for the Dark Pulse now. They're going to opt to go for the Dark Pulse now. Now, that's not going to hurt us too much. They go for the Dark Pulse. How well are we taking that? We take it pretty well. Now it's a matter of whether they go for Sucker Punch or not. No, they don't. They go for a Sucker Punch now because they think we're on our last legs. We're not going to go for a Quiver Dance again. No, they went for the attack. They went for the attack. We might be screwed here. We might be screwed here. There's the Dark Pulse. Damn. I should have attacked. That was so... Sucker Punch mind games get me so bad. They get me so bad. I got really greedy there. Oh, dear. This is not going to work out well for us. We're about to get swept by a Cacturn, aren't we? We're about to get swept by a Cacturn of all things. Let's go for the U-turn. Hopefully we can live a Sucker Punch. They haven't got Sucker Punch anymore. I was trying to count what PP they would have, but you never know if they've got PP max or not. I just always assume people have PP max, though. It's the best way to do it. So U-turn KOs the Cacturn, which is great. We're not going to get swept by a Cacturn. Now we go into our Tangrowth real quick. Tangrowth is obviously going to get screwed over by Moltres right now. I'm not sure. I should have bug buzzed them with the Venomoth. Really should have bug buzzed. We could have swept. We could have swept, you know. Could have swept. Let's go for a Sleep Powder on the off chance they don't go for a Flamethrower. They do go for the Flamethrower, though. That's going to take us out. No problems there. Tangrowth goes down. And I don't see how Xatu can win this. I don't see how Xatu can win this for us. Our only attacking move is U-turn. I don't think there's any way we can win this. I should have attacked. Should have gone for the attack. Should have gone for the attack. I just really was worried about the Sucker Punch. I was really worried about the Sucker Punch. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. Of course, it's not going to do anything. As we're going to be able to live the Flamethrower because they've got no boosting item. And we're especially defensive AF. So I made quite a few misplays this game. I don't want that to be a big... I know where I misplayed. With the Swampert, I should have switched out to Xatu to scout for the Power Herb Solar Beam. I know that. With the Venomoth, I should have just gone for the attack. It wasn't worth risking. It definitely wasn't worth risking. So, unfortunately, we're going to lose this to the Magnezone. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to forfeit. I'm going to be that guy that forfeits. Because, you know, it's just... We've lost. It's easy as that. So, unfortunately, we lost that game. But hopefully, in the next game, we can get a W for this team. Thank you for watching today's video. GG Sinbad, you played really well. And I really butchered that Venomoth play, didn't I? I was so many misplays this game. It's not even funny, and I know everyone's going to point it out to me in the comments because you're all mean to me. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.